Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Gooms Podcast. 90% of you guys are actually not subscribed, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the bell notifications on so you can get notified every time we release a podcast. Enjoy the episode.
I need to get me on a football pitch. That's what's next for H.
H is dreadful at football, bro. I don't know if you man saw the clip.
I saw a clip, yeah.
6 months.
No, there's no way, bro. Bro, that is cheeky. That was cheeky.
Bro, I said no.
But I don't mean like pro footballer level, but I mean
You
like
said the best football I've
Part time
ever
though. You reckon you can get paid for it?
at like a shit level. Like when I say like a shit level, like the like 50 to 100 a week.
So you
Bro,
compete-
bro,
you
bro,
compete
because
in Zach League then.
Because
There's
these,
no
because the majority of these guys though, they go out every week and they get fucked up, bro.
And
like,
they've played
they
football
fucking
for
get the
25
pints in.
years.
A lot of them are dog shit though as well.
I don't know, man. What position would you play?
Listen to them, man will tell you better than me, bro.
Promise you, bro.
I've never really played ball in my life. I'm genuinely I'm not the best. I'm not the best. But I think
No, he's horrible. Honestly, terrible. But listen, I said to you, I
think I'd be decent.
I respect your mindset.
I think I'd be decent at least if I committed myself for like a good 6 months. Like I'm talking like if I trained like 5 days a week, I commit myself for 6 months. I'd be decent.
To be fair, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay,
I want to see them toe pokes coming out.
fuck's sake, man.
But you got people my level who can't fucking swing a ball, like tip a ball normally
name
with tech. I can name names as well.
Nah, don't name names. Don't name names.
No, I'm joking.
You don't want to upset nobody on the Gooms pod.
Nah,
man.
man, I'm
Fuck me.
joking. I reckon goalie's the only place you can.
I highly disagree with that.
Wow.
I was just saying, playing in golf's tough.
I think
Oh, he's
Yo, I was
raging
gonna
at
say,
that.
bro.
I'm raging with
He's
that.
raging.
He indirected you
I'm
there, bro.
raging with that. Give it
Wait,
6 months.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
basically saying he'll be better than me.
Look, I'm saying he could probably get paid to be like, no one wants to be a goalie.
What position do you play?
Centre mid.
Centre mid.
Yeah.
Okay, calm. No, I was gonna say if you were right back, I would have violated you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Right back.
Gary
I agree
Neville
with
on the
that.
Stephen Bartlett podcast, he was like, the reason I play right back is because that's where the worst footballers play.
That's some good right backs now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He was like, no one wants to play right back, so like if you couldn't get into a team, you just end up playing right back. Is what he said on the Steve Bartlett pod. To tell a lie though, when I used to, I did play football for a small period of my life. I played Sunday league. I did 3 games, scored 9 goals. It's 16 standard, man. Malvern Town FC.
Standard was horrible.
Listen, bro, I kid you not. My first goal for the club, bro. The defensive midfielders pinged it over the top. I'm running in behind. You know, Ibra when he jump in the air and kick it, bro. I swear to God, I've done that straight over the keeper, top bins. Fucking ran over to my coach. He called me a goal machine.
Did anyone see this?
Yeah, bro.
Like, you know when they have like Monday
Fuck,
nights
man.
and that, you'd pay like to play to play in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd be good at that.
Is that vile or not?
Nah, it's not. It's not even about like.
No,
So-
pay to play is like, okay, then you play for free.
It's like Sunday league,
and
innit?
then you get paid.
Oh, okay.
Like loads of people play Sunday league. Like,
Yeah,
you could be any level.
Well, look, bring it in, bro. We've been fucking rolling anyway, boys. Bring it in.
Yeah, so we got all of everything bad that you guys were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So.
No.
I'm joking. But yeah, now welcome back to the Gooms Podcast, episode 30. Fucking hell. 30
man.
weeks, yeah. Every episode we're getting closer. Well, we're already in the top 1%, but we're getting closer to that top 0.5% of podcast.
No,
server.
we're on the top 1% of podcast. H's footballing ability is probably in the top
No,
bottom
man.
4%.
Kind of violated.
Yeah, we've got a couple of special guests today, guys. So, boys, yeah, introduce yourselves, man.
I'm Zach.
Give us some context, G. Own your shit.
I'm
man.
Zach Brown. I play football for Kidderminster Harriers, and yeah, I played football my life really.
Yeah, same as me, really. Not for kiddie. I'm Ted Cann. I play currently at West Brom.
You man are too media trained.
I was thinking this. Yeah, it's like
Are you actually media trained or no?
a little bit.
A
It's
little
like
bit, yeah.
you when you're on camera and stuff. It's like you want to say the right things. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
train
Yeah.
to say the right things when like.
I
What do
feel
you
like
mean,
we
like,
could
how
throw
is
the
it?
media training a little bit out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of
Yeah.
course.
I agree
yeah,
with that, 'cause
that's what I mean. It's
whenever
like it's
you-
different.
Whenever you're in front of them cameras, though, it's like very professional, isn't it? Like this is very laid back.
What
Like,
you trying to say, G?
Wait,
this is
what
the
did they
most
say?
unprofessional I've been in. Nah, joking.
Wait, what did they say to you for like media training and stuff like that?
I
Like
don't know. Like to be fair, I've not in years, but
just like you got to say the right things. Like you can't. Like obviously you got to talk about the fans and like. You just got to talk positively.
Teammates,
yeah,
yeah.
teammates. You got to think like progress. Like what's everyone thinking around the club? and just got to say it in the most positive way possible.
Yeah.
I remember last year, like we was struggling a little bit, and that's like a media, and it's like you just got to keep positive and like, keep the fans on board, and like, yeah.
Who do you boys support?
I support Everton.
What?
Big Everton fan, yeah. Whole family's Everton.
Don't know about
Why,
that.
bro?
What?
I don't know, mate. Do you know what? Actually, a big club. Like back in the
Minging
day.
club.
Massive
They're
club.
building a new stadium, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
looks
looks
sick,
wicked as
bro.
well. Yeah, I did see.
Pull up in the
Round
yacht,
the
innit?
dot.
Pull up in a yacht and just watch a game on it.
I saw that. Who do you support as well?
Man City.
Support Man City.
Oh, fuck off,
fucking
bro.
wanker.
That doesn't make
No,
any
no.
sense.
Yeah,
man.
it does.
How?
I'm from
He's
that area.
Manchester, yeah. He's from
Nothing
Manchester.
more to it. My dad supported him all his life. He's passed it down.
Yeah, that's just boring though, bro. Like, if anyone says to me, "Oh, I'm a Man City fan," it's like, "Oh, what?"
Oh, yeah, but that's Arsenal as well, no?
No.
Ooh.
How, bro? I've been slaughtered my whole life for being an Arsenal fan.
Nah, you're right.
It's only the last like 2 years where I've had some kind of joy.
Yeah,
It's
no.
tough being an Arsenal fan, man.
I love
Especially
Arsenal,
after
mate.
last year.
I like Arsenal.
Especially after last year.
Fucking wanker.
Right, let's move
You
it
know,
on.
my
then.
dad was going to put £100 on Man City to win the quadruple.
No.
I know, he didn't. He was like right at the start of the season. Me and you were telling him not to. We're like, there's no way they even do the treble, never mind the quadruple.
You reckon Arsenal winning it this
Where we
year?
are now.
Yeah, no.
I think we'll
so.
win something. You have to win something. I mean, the
Don't
Prem's tough, but
I
Declan
reckon
Rice,
we're going to
100
win the
mil.
Champions League.
it's a lot.
I'm joking.
It's a lot. I don't think 100 mil, bro, is a lot. And Mbappe's market value is 120 or something like that.
That's
Like,
crazy.
it's just UK tax. Like,
Yeah, UK
honestly,
tax,
it's just-
bro.
That's literally it, bro. They just put the
Is
price
that,
tag.
all, is that all Mbappe's valued at?
Well, because he's got 1 year left on his contract. It's less than it.
I think 4 years on Mbappe is like 400 mil, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. But he's gonna sign the 1 year though, in Saudi, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
make
Nah,
Saudi
he's not.
happy.
He
He
won't.
has to.
No, he's not.
1 year, bro.
I don't think he should. He doesn't need to, bro. He's got all the money in the world.
He'll go and create generational wealth in 1 year of football, bro. He could even have an.
Yeah,
You can't
he
say
can
no to
go.
the money, bro.
Nah, but I think
He'll
nah,
go. He'll bring all of the attention to the Saudi league, and then Madrid will get him on a free next year.
Yeah.
It's a year
That's what I
wasted though, bro. Like it's for his
I think
legacy.
he can afford
It's
it,
all
though.
about his legacy, bro. You want his legacy to go Saudi Arabia at 23,
Maybe 700
24.
mil.
But he's still got 10 years when he comes back
That's
to,
what I'm
to
saying,
create
bro.
a
It's not like
legacy.
he's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
anywhere.
He's-
He's, bro, it's not like he doesn't have a legacy already.
And
World
Real
Cup-
Madrid ain't
World
gonna
Cup
come in and buy
final.
him, bro. No, the only people that are willing to pay any kind of price for him
Yeah.
with 1 year left on his contract is them.
Yeah, I know you're right.
And PSG ain't gonna take anything that's not.
I know, but
So PSG are happy. Mbappe gets a fucking big payday. The Saudi league gets the best player in the world, and then Real Madrid get him up on a free, and he gets the move that he wanted to get, smooth sailing, whilst getting a fucking big deal out of it as well.
no, you're right.
Who would you boys want to play for?
That's a good question, bro.
Would it be like the clubs you support?
Whoever's got the biggest contract in front of me.
Get me to Saudi, please.
No, but they're actually doing like the players in like the the non-league teams over there or something.
Yeah, I've
I've
seen
seen
that.
that,
Like
yeah.
4K a week,
Yeah.
bro.
Crazy that, you know.
I'm pretty sure you apply, don't you? You send it to the chat.
No,
For Zak.
Zak sent it in.
Zak sent it, yeah, and he was like, "Shall I apply?" I'm pretty sure you apply, bro.
Yeah, you should apply. I
And they
mean,
put-
if,
they
if
put
you're
you in
paying,
a-
if
they
you're
put you in
part
a
time,
You should apply after 6 months.
I can't imagine that Saudi standard even being any good, man. I'll
Nah,
get straight
bro.
in that too.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a statement then. H could work for 6 months and wouldn't make it in the Saudi league. That's my take on this whole thing. Boys, I want to dive into you boys. Obviously, you both grew up through the West Brom system, right?
I did. I was there from 7 till 20, and
I joined when I was 16.
Okay.
He was
So
at
you played a
Liverpool.
lot of football together then?
yeah, well,
We were, what was it, 3 years?
yeah, three and a half years.
Where
yeah.
were you before West Brom?
Liverpool.
Right,
It was
okay.
7 years.
I want to know, on a personal level and for anybody listening that loves football, what is that just process of being a pretty much full-time footballer at the ages where you were at, and what effects do you think that had on you guys now?
It's so full on. Like, all you know is football. So it's like when you're in the academy, it's like
I think there's like 3 stages to it in there.
Yeah.
It's like you get your schoolboy stage, which is obviously like when you get picked up when you're like 7, 8, 9,
Fun and
whatever.
games.
yeah,
or-
that's
till-
fun. Yeah.
Like 15, 16, where it starts to get a little bit more serious. You're actually like trying to get a full-time contract when you're 16 to get like a scholarship, and then it's like, what is it? Professional development phase it's called.
Yeah, where you get your scholarship.
Is that
yeah,
scholar-
that's
in bet- scholar to
so
pro?
that's 2 years,
Yeah.
and then the next stage is professional, and then that's when you're obviously trying to crack on.
Yeah. So when I was 14, it was because I lived an hour and 10 minutes away. They made like decision on like 7, 8 lads, and we had to move schools to Sandwell Academy, and like
That's like next door to the stadium,
yeah,
right?
right next to the train, like where we train, and like you're 14, you move away from home, it's like full on, man. It's crazy. I don't think people realize like how serious like you take it at such a young age as well.
So you both kind of came up through ranks. Obviously, you at West Brom the whole time, and then you made your switch.
Yeah.
One of you got a pro contract. One of you didn't. What? No shame, by the way.
No. But we both got pro contracts.
Oh, shit.
But I got released after.
Yeah.
What was that like? Because obviously, you still have some form of education throughout the academy system, right? But basic level.
Very basic level. Like, you can choose to do A levels, can't you?
Yeah, but that's like really smart.
Yeah, that's like that's like taking every bit of time you have to play football and then do your A levels. Whereas we just did, is it a BTEC in sport?
BTEC sport, like level
like
2 diploma.
Refereeing course alongside that, and you're just doing that. Just literally, it's mind-numbing stuff. Like, you're not even paying attention to it.
Sunday league games, man.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So if you come out and you don't effectively make it,
Yeah.
you've got little to no qualifications for the big world, and then the club that you're at doesn't support you or basically give a shit about you anymore, and then it's just like, well, you're not going to play in the first team and we're not going to make any money from you, so welcome to the big world.
Yeah, no, that's literally it.
What was that like?
Crazy, bro. Like, at first, like, it's daunting, man. Like, you don't know what to do. You're thinking, oh, what am I going to do now? You go on trials to like other clubs. I think I went on 3 trials to different teams. Got rejected by all 3.
Where did you go?
I went
Big
to
clubs?
Villa, Wickham, Swindon, and Solihull Moors actually. I enjoyed it, yeah, but obviously I got rejected with all of them, and then it's like the real world now. It's like, what am I actually gonna do? No one wants me.
Yeah.
So.
And it's all you've ever known as well.
It's all I've ever done, all I've ever known. I've got no qualifications really. It's like I'm starting at 0, starting at the bottom level.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up going to Alva Church part-time club, like it's a club where they like push young released athletes like to try and make it back into the game, because obviously that's still my dream.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went part-time with Alva Church for a year and I loved it, man.
Ripped it up.
Yeah, and I went
Having to work a job obviously at the same time.
so I got a part-time job. Started off at Amazon Flex. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
Did Amazon Flex for like 3 months, and it's
like 160 a day, though, isn't it?
it's not too bad, you know.
Yeah.
Mate, money was good, man.
That was balling.
I was balling, bro.
Balling in the van. Did you have a van or did you have your own whip?
My own whip, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was chilling. You work on your own schedule, and then I go to training in the evenings.
Mm-hmm.
So I got used to that for 3 months, and then it was like, car was taking its toll, man. It's a lot of miles. And I got this opportunity to work for this agency, and just rolled with that, really. And actually, in the grand scheme of things, I loved it because I learned so much. I learned like the things that really matter.
Yeah.
It's good.
And then obviously you are still full time at West Brom, right?
Yeah.
What's it like to be a professional footballer, bro, at a club which is obviously as well known as West Brom?
I think you forget sometimes, like, it's actually like a privilege, like what you're doing. Like, you look at your situation, you look at a lot of other boys' situation, like that could vary. Not even like not even like that. Not even like that. But
I tried to keep my cool. I just had him go.
Oh, that's cheeky, bro.
No, I'm not even saying it like that.
No, I'm not humble thing.
I know that. It's cool.
I'm only joking, bro. I'm only joking.
But I'm saying it in a way is like, it can so easily, like you can so easily take it for granted, the position you're in.
Yeah.
And like, I've been lucky enough to not like fall out of it and just be like full time the whole time. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you love it. Like,
Is the goal to make it to the Prem?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think everyone's path's different. You look, I find myself a lot of the time looking at other people's paths, and comparing myself to that.
Leave him alone. Yeah, I thought leave him alone, man.
The funny thing is, it happened to him earlier on.
It always happens to Chris and the
Wait,
pod
when?
spiders. Don't say
I didn't
anything.
hear it, bro.
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh, they're laughing at you,
He
dickhead.
clocked it.
I clocked it. You always do it in the pods, but it's minor.
Sorry, man. I was finding
You
it funny,
taking a piss
man.
next to me.
Zach had to get you back for earlier.
I can't
Yeah,
help
dude,
it.
yeah.
Vito for Vito in the space
Bit
of
of
2
a
minutes.
nibble.
How, how do you compare yourself to someone else's path? As in, like,
As
they,
in,
they
like-
started off in the Championship and they've gone straight to the Prem.
You swear?
Actually,
I'm hot as well. Oh, the grey tea as well.
I'm sweating buckets.
The grey tea as well.
Yeah, go on. That's a good question. Though. Go on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I look at where I want to get to and where I see myself now, and like, I don't know. I just look at other people, like, how have they been? Not how have they been given an opportunity, and I like haven't got to that stage yet. But I don't know. Like, just sort of, don't know where I'm trying to go with this.
You're always looking at other people and thinking, that should have been me. I'm a little bit technically
Yeah.
better at this, that,
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
kind of,
People's
yeah,
Opportunities have fallen to other
Yeah.
people and not to yourself type thing.
kind of. Which is,
Did you look at in the Prem?
nah, not. I'm not
Okay.
saying in the Prem
Okay.
or like, just like different.
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale's the first one that came to my head.
Ramsdale.
He's fucking brilliant, man.
I think he's good.
You
man.
actually
They're getting
remind me a
him
bit
right,
like
man.
of Ramsdale. Not even his game, just like the personality that comes with him.
Going on
Right,
out with
reminds me a bit of
Ramsdale.
you.
Oh,
I mean, Ted's a fucking savage on a night out a few times. We bumped into each other.
Be careful what you say, G.
yeah. There's a lot not to say on that. But
Yeah, so both you boys, obviously, you're still at West Brom, and then you now signed, you're a professional footballer.
Yeah.
Again, you got back into the
Yeah.
game at Kiddie, took them to promotion,
Yeah.
playing full time, making your bread, and all of that kind of stuff. How does that feel to be basically kicked to the curb and be like, well, I'm still here, G? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's a massive blessing. Like you say, everyone's on their own path, and this is my path, and I'm obviously still young, so see how far I can get.
All right, well, let's come away from football then. I
Mm.
want to come away from football. We've seen you guys out and about a couple of times, and you
Mhm.
guys have a good time. You've
Yeah.
just come back off a road trip in America.
Mm.
What does a professional footballer do in his downtime to keep your kind of sanity? Because it can be a tough environment to be
Yeah.
in, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know. I think you do as much as you can to get away from it. Like when you can, like you got to do it in the right ways and like the right times. Like mid-season, I think, obviously, like you said, like we do enjoy a night out.
Yeah.
Like it's a good way of us releasing. But there's times where like you're in season, you got Saturday, Tuesday, say, and you got Sunday off, but you're in back on training Monday and got a game Tuesday. So you're kind of thinking to yourself, should I be going out Saturday night?
I say,
Or-
do you not feel guilty when you go out?
Nah. Nah. But yeah, I don't know. It gets tough sometimes. Like I always say, after like sort of around Christmas time, when you've already been in the season for what 3 months, and it is pretty relentless.
Yeah.
And then you look in at holidays that you've probably got booked or that you're looking forward to, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to get out there. Like it's middle of January, it's freezing every time you go out to train, but like yeah, I don't know.
It's so full on. Like
Yeah.
it's like you have no like rest mode. It's like you go, and like even on your rest days, you're that like tired from the games. It's like I just want to chill.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do anything, and it's just so full on. That's why when you get the summer, it's like you want to do as much as you can.
Yeah, I feel like as well, it's not just physically as well. It's like a lot mentally, like to be.
And emotionally.
Oh,
We
Yeah,
didn't
that
start,
as
we
well.
lost,
Yeah,
made a mistake, all of these type of things.
that's what I mean. Like, even in training, like if you have a bad training session, I'm thinking about that for the rest of the day, and I can't like get that off my mind. Like certain things that I've done in the training session is even bigger in games or whatever. And then like I get to the next day, and then I'm just trying to put that right. And I don't know how you feel about that, but
Yeah, I feel the same, man. Yeah.
I feel like you boys are in a bit of a like a not a sticky situation because, like you said, it is a privilege. Like I
Yeah.
would kill to be in a situation where
Yeah.
you guys play football for your whole lives, but you're having to deal with all of the things that the guys at the top level have to deal with in terms of schedules, in terms of the stuff that you're saying about how you feel in and out of training, looking forward to going somewhere, but knowing that it's still a fucking long way away. But you guys aren't getting £200,000 per week.
yeah,
you guys are in the section where it's like, yeah, you're getting a really, really nice wage. You guys are comfortable.
I wish.
Look, I don't know your personal situations. I'm just
of course.
But you guys still have to go through everything that at the top they're like, well, they have to put up with all of this shit, but they get paid for it. It's like, are you guys getting paid for the shit that you guys actually have to go through? Does that make sense?
Saying, no, it's true, yeah. But it's like it's been our dream since we was like a kid, man, and like
that's just what you got to go through.
And if you love what you do, like it shouldn't really matter. Like nothing else should matter. That's how I see it.
Do you still treat it like it's like the dream, or do you just treat it like it's a 9 to 5, like it's the job?
It's a good question, bro.
Great question.
It is a good question, yeah.
I think going off like what I said earlier about it's like even what you were saying, like it's relentless. You get to times where you're like, you just like you get caught going through the motions, and I feel like in football you can't really afford to do that because like everything's so like one day is completely like different to the next, and you got to be at your best like the whole time. But yeah, you just get lost like thinking like that, and you just got to like rationalize it to like, oh, there's a lot of people like you said that would kill to be in the position that we're in, and what we need to do to get to that next level. You just got to put the work in.
Yeah,
like,
I think if you find a place like where you're enjoying the football, you're actually playing your best football.
Yeah.
So it's like when you found that level and you're at that stage of your life where you're enjoying your football, you're playing well, then it doesn't like, it's not really work, is it? Like, it's fun, man. You're going into work, we're training. It's a football session, man. That's like, it is the dream.
You always say, innit? You like,
right, I could train every day for the rest of my life, and that'd be the only thing that I did, and I'd be so happy with that.
Yeah.
Like, training's fun, man.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
It's like if you train with a smile on your face as well, like you're just doing shit that you enjoy. Yeah. It's way better.
Yeah.
No, definitely. It's like you said, you're not even working. Like if you're enjoying it, it's like anything. Like you said, training. It could be anything at all.
Is that how it feels for you guys? It's still what you guys love.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like yeah.
I've been through stages where it's like
you take it for granted.
No, where I'm like, I remember my last year at West Brom, for example, was like, I'm not really like enjoying it as much. Maybe it's because I wasn't getting the love from the club that I not wanted, but like
wanted, bro.
Yeah, that I wanted, because like
everyone wants to feel appreciated in wherever they're.
Yeah, and I just felt like from then I was losing my love for the game, and it's like I came out, went part-time football, and I started loving football again, man, and it made me appreciate it even more.
Yeah, because you weren't there every day, so those 3 days a week you'd looked forward.
Exactly,
to
bro. Yeah, and like you're grafting as well, so you're grafting like what 9 till 4, and it's like I'm going training tonight.
Then you remember like, this is actually work, and then I get to go.
Exactly. It's like when you was a kid, man. You used to go train, and you used to be buzzing, seeing all the lads
finish school and just go. Yeah, man. Yeah. You said that you guys, well, obviously you're training pretty relentlessly, but that's a couple of hours of the day, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as you get home, it's basically preparation for the next day.
Yeah.
Again, and then travel or whatever. What do you do in that spare time? Like, are you a PlayStation smasher? Are you like applying yourselves to something else, or what does that period do for you?
This year I told you, didn't I? I'm starting like doing a bit of trading. I'm starting to learn, like when you start to learn about even just learning about yourself, like I feel like you're developing, you're learning, and when you like learn even the basics of that kind of stuff, then you can improve. There's ways to improve, and I'm doing that a bit. We do play PS.
Oh yeah, we jump on like every night.
It's like our little escape.
We're on it every night, pretty much.
it's like our little escape, like just for an hour.
What do you play though?
Pro clubs and
Overwatch.
Are you on FIFA?
Overwatch?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
I bet you love playing West Brom, don't you?
Not even,
I don't know how to explain it.
I don't play it.
He's better at explaining that.
Overwatch.
What is that?
It's like
It's
sick.
I'm pretty sure I know what Overwatch is.
It's sick.
We love it. It's me, you and Finn, innit? But and then like Pete jumps on with us on pro clubs where you don't play Overwatch. Overwatch is like it's a 5v5 thing, and there's like it's gotta sound really bad, but you just have like loads of different characters that have loads of different things that you can do with them. I'm shit explaining
to
this.
kill. Basically, it's a 5v5. There's loads of different maps.
Are you fighting?
And
yeah.
And you're fighting, and then you've got to win. Like,
could have made it a lot easier. You're like loads of characters, and loads of things. And I was like, well, loads of characters in what? G? Like you build in a kitchen or some shit? Like,
what is this, bro?
Loads of things and loads of characters don't really.
Yeah, that was yeah, you're like fighting for like different objectives and shit, innit? But it's good.
To me, that's one thing that, I mean, we used to, during lockdown, like that was where we really hit our peak, where it was like we were smashing out hours playing COD. It was COD and then pro clubs.
Okay.
Like,
That's-
clubs
that's-
would be
that's
the
how it
thing
would
to
be.
settle you down and get you ready.
No, that wasn't
But
even
it
the
wouldn't
case
even
though.
work.
Sometimes,
Yeah, you'll get-
nah,
yeah,
sometimes we'd all be on clubs and there'd be 5 of us and we'd be waiting for someone to go off so we could all jump on Warzone.
You're like,
so
oh boys,
funny.
I'm gonna pack it in, man. Oh no, really? Yeah, bro. I got early night tomorrow. He's gone. Yes, boys, COD. Yeah,
Warzone.
facts.
but the thing is though, is like, is we ain't even got time for it no more. It's like if we do, we're just wasting time because it's by the time we kind of finish our grind, it's like shit. It's time for bed, or we just want to sit and do nothing.
Yeah, it's either sleep and if you don't sleep, then you're not up for 6, and you're already behind for the day
Yeah.
after. So it's like,
You guys feel like you could? I mean, I don't know what you guys would have done if football wasn't the reality for you two. But like, do you think it would have been just a normal job, or do you think you guys would have had the minerals to go and do something?
I don't know. I think
man said minerals, you know.
Nice. I like it.
got the cojones.
I
The fucking balls.
Good to go on it.
Go on it.
Go on, bro. Go on. What are you
No,
gonna say?
I think, yeah, like, I feel like it would take time for me to realize that is what I want to do, like, become like a entrepreneur, essentially like a businessman, like, that would, I feel like that's something I'd be good at. Even
Still
just
do it
like
now.
network, like even network marketing, like just speaking to people, having good conversations. I feel like that's something I'd look to do. But
Is that through like? Are you financially driven, or is that just something that you would actually feel like you'd enjoy?
that's something I'd enjoy, really. Like, you do look at the money, like you're gonna lie if you say like you don't.
Everybody.
Like one eye's at the money, like.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I'm money motivated, no, but a little bit.
Oh, I can't lie. I think I am.
I think. I mean, I this could probably come across wrong, but I think money is pretty high on a priority list for me, anyway.
Yeah, no,
No,
you're
I
right.
agree.
It's,
Well, it needs to be. I think
yeah, bro.
in this day and
What-
age, bro. Like what?
What can you do without money? Like,
Yeah,
There's-
bro. Oh, look, you're always gonna have the base, yeah, especially in the country that we
Health,
live in.
love, relationships, family.
No, I'm
all
talking
that shit.
financially. Yeah, that
Oh.
would be above
Oh,
me
sorry, I thought you
in
meant
my
like
my
that.
priority list, because without them, the money doesn't really
Yeah.
mean shit anyway. But because what are you gonna do? Just watch it grow in the bank account and just
yeah, I agree.
be on your own and all of that shit. But the base level, you're always gonna have, just because the country that you live in, you're gonna be able to eat, you're gonna keep the lights on, and you're just gonna live a pretty kind of basic life. But I want to experience shit. I want to do things for people I love.
Yeah.
I want a nice house. I want a car that goes when I put it on. Like, I'm driven by those things, and I think it's
Yeah.
like quite normal to be
No, it
driven by
is.
those things. Do you know what I mean?
There's a saying that people say, it's like, would you rather be sad and poor, or no? Would you rather be
Oh,
what was it? Would you rather be
Sad
sad
and
and
rich
rich
or
or
sad
sad
and
and poor?
Yes.
So I'd rather be sad and rich.
Yeah.
Oh,
Facts.
you know what I mean?
You'd rather be happy and rich, really. But
Yeah, no, of course. I think what motivates me more over money is like just being able to travel the world. Like,
Facts.
that's like, for me, that's my dream. Like, I'd love to have a house in Mauritius or something like that.
Is that where
drives
you
me
originate
crazy.
from?
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
I actually didn't know. I thought you were just English, to be honest. You
No,
got it
no.
with a nice 10.
Yeah,
You thought it was just on the sunbeds. That's all.
English would be nice, Dad. Yeah, I'm actually trying to like sort out my passport so I can play for them internationally as well.
Oh, that's sick.
That'd be sick, man.
Represent
yeah.
your country.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
you could probably play for Cyprus, bro.
Yeah.
the quality of Cyprus is bad.
yeah, that's his
bad.
point.
Yeah, they're not that bad, but they are bad. No, I always actually thought, like, if I can kind of get somewhere, like, I would always love to be able to do that, because I think from a pretty young age I realized that, okay, like, England's probably not gonna be
Yeah.
where you get to, but Cyprus is always something. So that would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be
bro.
amazing, man.
You could back to kind of like doing something else other than football. Like you could still like start an entrepreneurial journey now.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Well, you
Realistically,
kind of
because
have.
because you kind of have with the trade and stuff. But you guys come home from football and you got
Yeah, I
all
think
this
you've
free
got a lot
time.
of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do in that time? Obviously, Zak answered, but
Bit of Overwatch, is that what it's called?
Overwatch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bit
nah, I
of
don't know. I
Overwatch.
don't. Yeah, I don't
Overwatch
do too
and
much.
Bang.
I'm not gonna lie. I can do a lot more with my time. I don't really do anything productive in that sort of way. I just sort of like sleep or like chill or like go out, do shit.
I don't think you have to. Well, obviously, because I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but obviously, what Ted violated you for earlier is you guys are at different levels.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of closer to that pinnacle of English football. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, the way that I'm looking at it, and I could assume a lot of people would be like that bag is just completely different. Obviously, I like Chris said as well. We're not aware of anything where you guys are taking home on a weekly basis from the clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. But it's just different positions, isn't it? But I feel like we probably both have the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Like exactly the same time. We're both full time. But it's just like what you do with that time, and I feel like I could do a lot more probably.
Are you investing in anything? Have you got anything set up?
I've not really looked into that sort of stuff. I'm not really interested.
He's
in
so chilled, bro. He should though. He should.
Can I just help you though?
Yeah.
Just an investment fund, like an automated investment that comes out of your bank account every single week, or you get paid every 2 weeks.
Every month, yeah.
Every month. So every month you have an automated amount, whatever your wage is. Just take 5% or 10% and put it in, and you don't even need to do it. Once you set it up once, it will just come out, and that money will just grow because it's being put into stocks and funds, S&P 500, bonds, all of these type of things. That your money that's just sitting in the account is actually in 10 or 15 years going to be worth 3, 4, 5, 10, however many. Like the average, I think, is 7% a year that it grows.
I agree with you, to be honest.
You could grow your money, bro, over 10 years by 70% by doing nothing. By just having it there.
I completely agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like you could just that's your new car. That's your down payment on the new investment for a flat or whatever it is going to be. Like you can do those things, bro. Especially if you've got loads of time.
You
can look into those things.
I've said it to myself for years, to be honest. I've said it to myself for years, saying like, I need to start doing all this, like start looking into it, not putting pressure on myself or anything. Like, but just because I'm not doing anything with it,
really, 20 years at the pinnacle. Well, for a keeper, I think it's a bit more, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But just whether you want to.
Innit?
Say again.
Play until you're about 45.
No thanks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably can, but it's
whether you want to or not.
It's tough on the body, bro, and just like you said, the mental side, the emotional side.
Yeah.
Like at 45, if you put the right things in place, bro, you could be traveling the world.
Oh no, 100%.
You could be living your best life and doing what you want to do.
Yeah, that's what I want to be doing when I'm.
Let your money work for you, bro.
You know where the club is for you, man, to go? Wrexham.
Yeah, mate, bread there, innit?
Wrexham's the place to
Shit, what level are they at in comparison to Kidding?
They just got promoted from the league I'm in now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have a storm a year, then you could like.
Yeah.
Gee, that's not a bad move for you, man. Little Netflix series as well.
Man, it's not as easy as that, bro. Call Wrexham and be like an outreach email. Like, I have been playing football for 15 years now.
Throw up on LinkedIn and
literally. Oh god.
That's like obviously that's where my head just went. That's a move that's like plausible for you, isn't it?
Possibly, yeah, but like I said, I'm happy where I'm at the minute. Like it's local, 40 minutes from where I live, so.
Even though Wrexham have obviously had their new investors come in and they're growing and all of this kind of stuff, bro, like the money in and around the leagues, correct me if I'm wrong, is pretty similar at that standard, depending on how valuable you are to the team, right?
Yeah, but the thing with Wrexham though is bro, like they're sponsored by TikTok. Like they've had the doc done about them because they got taken over by Ryan Reynolds and
Rob McElhenney or whatever.
In the next 5 years, Wrexham will be in like probably the Championship.
So
crazy, that's what they're probably aiming for.
That's dope. Should we just put our bag together and go and buy like Worcester City or
something? There actually was a group of like guys like around our age, like a few years back, that went and bought a club together, like 10 friends.
Like like youngest chairman, I think.
Yeah, no, actually.
Do you not think Worcester City is like a massive place? Do you not think they could have a better team?
Nah, it used to be a pretty big club, didn't it?
I don't know. It's not anymore.
Nah, they were all right, but
like I feel like Worcester could be in like. Big shout, but like they could be in the National League.
But you know when you got off the motorway, did you see the stadium?
I used to play
there. Six ways, isn't it?
Yeah.
6 ways.
Yeah, so the actual story with Worcester is that the guy that actually bought the rugby club came in to buy Worcester City, and they were like, nah, we don't want you to do this, we don't want you to do that, you don't want whatever. And then just fucking went and bought the rugby club, built the stadium, built it up, how it went. And they were playing in the Prem, obviously until they fucking folded. I don't know if it was the same guy or not.
It's such a nice stadium, isn't it?
It's dope, man.
Yeah,
it's dope. I want to talk about your road trip.
Bro, road trip was crazy.
Yeah, unreal.
Where did you start?
Yeah, no, to the people that don't actually have a clue, just give a bit of context to what you actually did.
So We went to America for 3 weeks, went across 5 states on this stupid, like,
I saw the
camper-
camper van.
camper van.
Big camper van, yeah.
just 3 of us tucked in this massive camper van. And
It couldn't have gone better.
yeah, it was unbelievable, man. Like, a few hiccups on the way, but it was amazing. Started in Denver.
Yeah.
What a place Denver is, by the way.
Great
You
city.
wouldn't think of it, like
Yeah.
Denver. It's unreal.
Unreal city.
So Denver, then what was
Went
your?
to Phoenix. Well,
Oh.
this was the first hiccup. This was hilarious. So we were in Denver for what? Originally like 2 days,
Yeah.
3 days. And then we were meant to pick up the RV there, and then Finn was flying in to Phoenix like 5 days into it or something.
Yeah.
So we had like 2 days to get down. It's like a 13-hour drive. So we were going to stop off at 2 of these places. One of them was like a sick-looking national park, wasn't
Yeah.
it? And then, anyway, we got to the place we were meant to pick up at 9:30 in the morning. Time we were meant to be picking it up, it looked shut. Like it was just this tiny office-looking thing, shut. There was no
Middle of
RVs
nowhere.
around. Middle of nowhere, nothing around. We were like, oh, have we got the right place? There's like a sign saying Indicam was like the place we were picking it up from. So we're like, right, we'll just wait here until someone rocks up. Someone rocked up like an hour and a half later. He's like, oh, you meant to pick up this RV this morning. We're like, yeah. He was like, oh, you can't. There's not one here. And we're like, you're taking a piss, aren't you? And he's like, no, there's nothing here. Like, what did he say originally? Like, they overbooked or something?
They overbooked, and like it was in Chicago, and it's going to take 18 hours to get there.
And then they were saying like, oh, we lost the keys, and they were changing it like every 5 minutes.
Basically, we were stranded in Denver.
So you just found the cheapest RV site that you could find, and
Nah,
then-
do you know
even,
what?
it was
Posh,
sick, yeah,
proper
it was
nice,
good.
like expensive as well.
oh, it looked proper. And
Yeah,
Oh,
I
bro,
proper
shack.
looked into it. Yeah,
Cost a bomb as well.
How much
it was actually no, it's actually alright
4.5k for 3 weeks.
for 3 of us. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah,
I think-
I don't think that.
It's
I
not
think
too
you're-
bad.
I honestly think you're spending more in hotels and shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like,
Probably
fans.
are, yeah. But anyway, so we were stranded in Denver for an extra day. Bearing in mind, we've got to be in Arizona in like 24 hours.
Yeah,
So we wake up in the morning, we're calling them like.
we've been on the phone for like 24 hours with these people. 3
and
of
then
them.
eventually,
It's like speaking to a brick wall. Like
Yeah.
you're not getting anywhere with them.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
and then eventually we just ended up hiring this sick. What was it? What car
It
was
was
it?
a Dodge Ram, like a
Dodge Ram.
big,
I don't know if you've seen it.
4x4.
a big
Oh,
fuck off
bro.
pickup, mate. It was unbelievable.
Best decision we made, really.
So we set off at 1 p.m. that day, and we had to get to Phoenix by 12 the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just had to blitz it. Well, we just had to drive the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
we drove 13 hours in. Yeah,
13 hours.
Now straight.
yeah.
But
pretty much.
he drove 11.
He drove an
out
hour.
of-
What?
I drove an hour. This guy loves driving though.
That honestly was a dream. Driving a
What, for
It was
11 hours?
massive.
11 hours straight?
Nah, like we had 6 hours, went for dinner, and then
Yeah.
went again.
yeah.
6 hours is still long.
Oh mate, it was ridiculous.
And
It
we got
was
to
so long.
We got to Flagstaff in Arizona, which is like 2 hours away from Phoenix, where we was
Like
picking
3
up
a.m. in the
our
morning,
friend.
wasn't it?
3 a.m. in the morning. We couldn't get like no hotel, nothing. Searching up, and
sleeping in the back of the truck.
slept. No,
Literally.
not in the back, bro. He slept in the driver's seat. I'm sleeping on the back seat on the floor. Coldest night of my life.
I wake up in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'm there in the driver's seat like this. He's climbing over me to turn the engine on to put the heaters on.
Oh, coldest thing, bro.
It was so funny.
But like experiences like that is
You
what made
remember
it.
that shit?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it was
Yeah,
unreal.
it's sick,
Honestly,
man.
it was one of my dreams to drive that truck. Like it was as tall as me. It was massive,
Yeah.
and then you just felt like the governor on the roads, man. It was sick.
Yeah, and we was drinking a lot of beer as well.
Not whilst driving, no.
No,
Oh, okay. Definitely not.
throughout the
Disclaimer.
whole America. Like,
What did you say?
Disclaimer: no beer.
disclaimer. Nah, but like over the 3 weeks we drank a lot of beer, and yeah, we went to Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Death Valley. Like,
Yeah, everything was so good.
Like an experience I'll share. Like one of the most powerful moments we've ever experienced was we woke up for the sunrise in Death Valley in the middle of nowhere. Like,
Sick.
no cars, no
the only
nothing.
ones around for miles, like in the middle of this fucking.
You can literally hear nothing, and we're just there having breakfast, just appreciating nothingness, but the most beautiful
Yeah,
place
yeah.
you will see.
Yeah, it was sick.
That was
Unreal.
probably one of my
That's
favourite
one of the
places,
highlights
yeah.
of it. Yeah, definitely.
And it's as simple as that. And like we went Vegas for 3 nights.
Yeah, that
What was that like?
unreal.
Oh, crazy, bro.
Unreal.
Vegas, what a place. You don't know until
Definitely
you know.
going back.
That's what I say.
The American females love an accent as well, yeah.
Love it. Love it.
What do you mean, nah, bro?
Nah, they don't.
Yeah, not when you don't
I'll
speak
tell you
to them.
What did he say?
It's not when you don't speak to them. Nah, they love the accent, yeah, of course. But Vegas. So if you go out on the night, it's like you can't even hear yourself talk. Like, where did we go? What was that club? The main one.
Mate, I've absolutely no idea.
There's this main club, and it's like all the big DJs go there. Like, it's unbelievable.
DJs get paid so much.
Oh,
in Vegas
bro.
clubs as well, like 100K a
They
set.
they get cash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
chilling.
if they sell tickets, bro, like the way the club look at it as well, like a bottle show might be worth 50K.
Oh, bro.
And if they bring in that type of clientele, then it makes sense for the club to pay for the DJ to come.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
The money Vegas makes as well is nuts. Like,
Frightening.
it's like what if people go on like a stag do, whatever. It's like you're talking 50, 60K per group,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's like the minimum.
Do you a bit of gambling in Vegas or not?
We love a little gamble, don't
Yeah,
we?
we do. I can't lie.
Like it's
Not stupid
it's
with
safe,
it, but
safe
yeah.
gambling. Like
Yeah.
we just love like the environment.
It's just
It
vibe,
sounds so
yeah.
bad, but we just love being in that environment where like bit of blackjack.
Blackjack's the goated.
It's the
we're
go-to
always on
game. Yeah,
blackjack,
that's
yeah.
our game.
Yeah, we did a bit in Vegas. You got it when you're there, aren't you? It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I try to stay away from it, but whenever we've ever been in that scenario, obviously it hasn't been Vegas.
Yeah.
But I actually think the environment's quite depressing, bro.
Oh really?
I can
Yeah.
imagine. I hear what you're saying, obviously, because I've been in those environments with you. But I can imagine in Vegas the environment being completely
Yeah,
different.
lively, everyone's...
To be fair, I can see your point, but
Like, you go to a Grosvenor in Birmingham, bro, and it's just like loads of fucking 50-year-old guys.
I
that
don't
are
know.
just
Yeah,
bored
I
as
get what
fuck,
you're
man.
saying.
I get exactly what you're saying, bro.
We're there all the time.
It's just like we just buzz off it like just.
But
Like-
are you a Grosvenor or...
Nah, we just go together, innit? Like,
Yeah,
so
it's more of
like
just
we're
like
vibing off each other and like
it's like
having
20,
the dealer off and shit. So
we're only willing to lose £20. So like
Yeah,
we're being tight as well.
Oh,
so
bro,
bro,
play
we're not-
like that. Yeah,
yeah, we
we're
don't
not-
we
That's-
don't do stupid
That's
shit.
literally all
nah.
that we've ever done.
yeah,
as well.
We
and
just-
it's ledge like when you're up 100, you're like buzzing.
We just do it for like we go there to like pre and shit. So
There's nothing better, bro, like on the roulette, and you ring in £36 off a quid. And you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
that happened to me, didn't it?
in Plymouth.
How funny was that?
He lost all of his money, right? And he had like
Had a quid.
quid left. put it on our lucky number, which is 14, and it came in.
Yeah, unreal. 36 quid. Buzzing.
Walk out with the profit or not?
Oh god.
Don't think he did.
Well, if you
Yeah.
pay him with 20s, then...
Probably, yeah.
It's a lose-lose, isn't it? 20s, you're going in to lose some money.
But listen, I think like everything in life, bro, if there's a balance,
Yeah.
then
Oh
it's
no,
all right,
100%.
bro.
I couldn't see us getting stupid with it. Like
Yeah.
we stop each other in it.
Oh,
You-
100%.
You have to like stay sensible with it for ball as well, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my staff when I used to work in the fish and chip shop, her boyfriend used to play for like Bristol or something. I can't remember. Anyways, I can't remember what club it was, but he got caught gambling, and I'm pretty sure they terminated his contract.
Was it sports gambling?
That's probably sports.
Yeah,
innit? Like, footy
it's
and
definitely,
Yeah, it might have
definitely different. I think,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, it probably wasn't casino or anything.
Yeah.
And
he
if-
got caught.
I guess if you've got like a serious problem with it, maybe, but like you can't like bet on football at all. Like as being a professional footballer, like
What's
you get
is
Bet
that
on
like...
banned
yourself.
straight up. Yeah,
On
literally.
yourself.
It's exactly what happened with Ivan Toney. Like he was betting on his own team and shit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But
Could have at least got his mom to do it or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you say like, "Mumsy, like, I'm gonna get a yellow today. I'm in the mood," and she puts,
nah,
"Nah."
I wouldn't even think of that, man. Like, that's crazy. If you have that mindset, like that's mental,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
What about
obviously,
like
on
Zach
top-
Brown hat trick? Like put it on.
I think that's a little bit. That's a little bit different because scoring a hat trick is like.
You celebrate.
I've gotta
in the
be
back of his
balling
head,
out.
he's like, "Oh yes, I got 100 to 1 in this." Yes. Nah, let's move off this topic before we get you man in trouble. like this.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't,
But I've
just
always
don't
been
bet on
curious.
football.
Yeah.
Just don't bet on football. That's all.
And I want to say about like LA. I don't know if you.
Never, bro. We
Oh, Would you
never.
wanna
LA's
go to
unreal.
LA?
Nah,
Yeah,
unreal.
We love LA.
I've
Like
heard there's bare like homeless people there.
so much home. It's
Yeah, it's-
disgusting, bro. But like when you find the nice spots of LA, like
Well, what
Well,
about
I
it?
think
It's
That's
amazing.
different now. Yeah.
like Venice Beach, man.
You get homeless like
envious that-
everywhere
I'm
though.
envious that you guys have been like to all these places, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's something
man.
I'd love to do.
No, honestly, it's so good.
it's
Even
so
like San Francisco, we were told like even by Americans like San Francisco is like really dangerous. All this shit. Like we got there and it was fine. Like
Yeah.
given we probably didn't go to the areas that it was like what people were saying, but
Yeah.
it was fine. Like, it was an amazing place. Even LA, like you said, there's homeless, but not as much as I don't think there used to be. And
I think there's loads of homeless.
I think there is a lot, but in the nice areas, it's sick.
Do you guys train over there?
Not
really.
A little bit. We did like a couple runs.
We had to do like we got given programs that we had to follow, but
So
we
this
just
is
got to
probably
do it.
weird, but like obviously, like Chris said earlier, like I always said, like, I could train for the rest of my life, bro. Like, I love training abroad.
Yeah.
It's fucking banging.
No, I know what you mean. Like, what I was going to do after America was like just go to Spain and just train in Spain.
Sick.
It's like, where would you rather train? What, in England, in Birmingham, or
Yeah.
in Malaga? Like,
Yeah.
I want to train in Malaga.
Yeah. No.
The weather's nice. After you've trained, go to the beach, have a chilled one.
Did you man make it to any of the any like house parties in LA or not?
It's hard to do, man.
I say, that's like the city over there, isn't it?
Yeah, because obviously I can't speak from experience, but everybody that I've heard speak about LA
Yeah.
is like LA's actually shit. The best part about LA is that the house parties
It's
that
weird
go
though,
into,
yeah, because everything shut really early. Like, everything was done by two, yeah.
Everywhere.
So, like, we were talking to people who were like, yeah, it is massive, like the house parties and underground scene and
What
shit.
about an RV party? Couldn't do
But-
that.
No.
We had our own little party.
Yeah, the places we were chucking it though, like, it was funny. Like, we were just sticking it in car parks and on the side of roads and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
So did you get an RV in the end? Then, or
Yeah, so we got the
Oh,
RV
yeah,
for like 15
we
days.
picked it up
was
in
it?
Phoenix, yeah.
did they take money off of it or not?
We got a couple.
Eventually, yeah. Like, it was ridiculous. It was.
They paid for the
so
Dodge
hard to
Ram
do.
as well, which was
Oh, okay.
was
so,
it?
which was respected.
so he was over the moon then.
He was, yeah,
Oh, mate,
because
but
he paid
dream went back
extra to make sure we got the Ram.
Yeah, but that was, yeah.
We was gonna get. We was
Well,
gonna.
that was no right. So let me explain. So we got the cheapest one just because we just needed it to get to Phoenix.
Yeah.
And then we got there and he's like, "Oh,
60.
we've got like
$60.
a bunch of Rams outside. Do you want to upgrade? It's only like $60." So I didn't even ask him if he wanted to do it. I was like, "Yeah, doing it."
So worth it.
Mate, unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that. Yeah, we got the RV. We had the RV for most of the time, and like, it was sick. I think that's the best way to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like, it was so.
I'm just gonna edit it out.
But yeah, like, it's so you can just do what you want when you've got it. Like, you don't have to be pinned down. Like, say if you got hotels booked, you have to be there for a certain time. Like, you can just spend a few more days in one spot.
Yeah.
And
You man
whatever.
gonna try and do this like something like that like every year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Is
looking.
that
That's the goal, man. Like that
We
was
just want to travel everywhere, don't we? Yeah.
Where's next?
That's a good question. We've been talking about this. We've got a few different ideas.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, obviously go like Dubai, then like Bali, and then Australia for like
You
4
mentioned
weeks.
Dubai.
Obviously, you stop in Dubai, don't you? Like you go in there anyway.
Yeah, that's a layover.
Layover, yeah, but you don't choose a layover. You just get one flight to Dubai, then Dubai to Australia.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He wants to do Mexico, maybe.
That'd be sick.
We want to do
Mexico would be
South
sick.
America, Mexico.
We want to go back to America, man.
I feel like if we do, even me and Finn were talking about this the other day. Like, he's desperate to go back to America as well. So I think next year it'll probably be like Mexico, then like LA, like San Diego, LA, which would be sick. Like, they're all next to each other.
That's the thing that's tough for you guys is like you've only got a designated amount of time where you actually can do shit like this, isn't it?
Does that frustrate you?
Because my other passion is traveling, it's like a little bit like that's my other dream essentially. But I mean, it frustrates me not enough to not quit football.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. Yeah. I think it's just like, it just comes with it. Like, you're playing for most of the year, you're loving it, like, and then you do end up getting maybe like 5-6 weeks off and you can do what you want.
Yeah.
So like, in them 5-6 weeks, you'd like,
Going hard.
yeah, you're going hard, and then by the end of it, you're actually like kind of like missing football. Like, you want to get back into it. So like,
Yeah, it's true.
it's weird how it works. Like,
You're buzzing to get back in.
Yeah.
After all your holidays, oh yeah,
Well,
I'm
even
ready
for
to
that
go
first
back in now.
pre-season session.
First league game, I reckon.
yeah, first league, yeah, back into full training and first league game, fine. But pre-season, different story.
What's pre-season
not-
like for a goalkeeper?
I was just about to say that. It's actually
Mate,
all right.
Laughing.
We've had a jolly up the past 3-4.
Oh, you don't.
No, we've been in for 7 weeks actually.
Yeah.
Nah, we've had a long pre-season, to be fair, but it's been good. It's been tough the past few weeks. Yeah, it's just like any pre-season. It's obviously harder for the outfielders because they do a bunch of running. We just do like all our goalkeeping shit, but that gets hard. Like,
Off season, these lot can do whatever they want, and it just will not
No,
really
I
matter.
disagree with that.
You don't-
Disagree.
When you don't never
Is
feel
that
like
give your
properly
point then, and then I want you to counteract it then. So what?
I don't know. Like keepers are gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna get abused for this.
There we go.
I just think like they have more freedom to like do more. I don't know. Like if you
It's not
drink,
physically like tolling on the body.
I guess to be fair, now thinking about it, they're diving about like lose a bit of.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it's just
You just think that you're not going to come back in and be spewing up everywhere, like, because you're not doing fucking laps
Yeah.
upon laps upon laps upon sprints and.
Yeah, I'll say it like this: if I did nothing for the whole off season, and he did nothing for the off season, I'd look way worse than him. And that's a fact.
I agree with that, to be fair. I think, no, it's a good point. I was just winding you up. I think because we only do like the running for the first like week, that's it. And then we just go off and do like, we've just got to prepare ourselves and get back into the swing of things. Because I think it takes us longer, like, to get back to the sharpness that you were at the end of last season. Whereas for like an outfielder, you're just kicking a ball around. Like, obviously the running's massive. Like you said, if you didn't do anything all on off season, you're going to be struggling in pre-season because all you do is run. And then keepers, yeah,
Bit of an
It's just-
engine.
Yeah, I'm a bit
he's
of
got
an
legs on him.
engine,
Yeah, legs on him.
My best trait, and it's
Yeah.
not a very proud thing to say. Your best trait is running.
Maybe you should
I
take
think it's
Baker
good.
I was
instead.
just saying, no, that's my best trait whenever I play ball. I just don't fucking stop going. I swear to God, it's true though. When I come on a Monday night before.
Not in 6 months though, man. 6 months might be a different ball game. Literally.
That's one thing as well. It's like one thing, like back to me playing ball. I'm fitter than a lot of these ballers, bro.
No, I actually want to have a kickabout with you. I think it'd be well
You
fun.
want to have a kick
I
about?
do.
So you can violate me for an hour.
I'll come on Monday night.
Get H down to La Masia.
Imagine H and that. He'd be blowing as well.
3, 4, 5, 10, maybe everyone leaving with an injury, even his own teammates.
I reckon he scores in La Masia though.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, what's that? Say again.
It's just like this in the off season, like a couple, like loads of lads from Birmingham just get together and just like train together, basically, like a 7v7.
So
No,
basically,
that's
I'm
good,
going to
innit?
get violated.
It's a good standard as well. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
really
I've never
good
been
standards,
myself.
yeah.
But
Loads of borders go, man. It's good.
Yeah,
And
I turned up once, bro. I tore my groin.
I remember it was early, wasn't it?
Bro,
I
it
remember
was the
Stan
worst.
saying
Bro, it was so bad. Bro,
you had to sit out, didn't you? After like,
I was out for 11 months, bro. Like,
fucking hell.
ripped my groin, bro. Like, tore it in the first
Jesus.
10 minutes.
it's another thing as well. People don't realise, like, obviously, injuries are such a massive part of football, and like,
Have you
yeah,
two ever
people
had a
use it
big
as the
one, or-
excuse.
No,
I've been alright, to be fair. I broke my collarbone. I had to have surgery.
And
but
me. I broke
you?
my collarbone, yeah.
Mad, isn't it?
It was nasty.
How painful is that?
Everything, bro. Everything that moves, you just
Oh, bro.
sleep in. Wait,
When it first happens, bro, you can literally feel something. You like try and lift it. It's like, whoa. That's
you know when you like, let's say you hit your knee on something and you're like, it's that pain's there and then it just kind of goes. You know, do you know what I'm on about? Like where it just numbs and then goes back to normal. I thought that happened to my shoulder and I was waiting for it to go, but it just didn't and got worse. And yeah, that was probably one of the most traumatic things that ever happened to me. It was like literally I was in year 7, bro, like 3 or 4 weeks into the new school, and I was playing football and I fell like off one of the higher playgrounds onto. So it was like playground, and then there was like a little slope, and then the next part of the playground, and I was looking at the ball coming over my head, and just like carried on running where the slope started, and landed like on a level from like probably from the table down to the floor. Like just straight on my collarbone.
Yeah, that pain's just outrageous, bro.
Yeah, bro, and you can still feel it as well. Like it's just not, it's not 100%.
I've got a pin in mine, bro. And
I never had an op though. I didn't have an op. Mine was just like that for months.
I think when you're younger, you can get away with it, like not having it surgically done. But yeah, I did. What position did you play, by the way? I want
Centre mid as well.
you centre mid,
Yeah, like Cam.
like Cam, like
Yeah.
Ozil.
Playmaker. Baller, playmaker.
Oh yeah,
I like to
Baller
think
back
so.
in the day, bro.
I like to think so. I was alright. I was good, but I was lazy, man.
Really?
Yeah, I was lazy.
Do you not think you wanted it enough?
I wanted it, but I said this to H literally yesterday, bro. I was sat with him and his mom. Like I kind of have been given everything in my in life's come to me like quite easily.
Yeah.
And that was the same with football because I was technically sound. I always used to get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I never did the extra stuff outside. I didn't really want to run. I hate running. I still hate running. And Yeah, but it was just one of them ones. Like, if I know that my potential, like, I didn't fulfill it, and I could have possibly gone on to play, and still now, if I really wanted to apply myself, I would play at a good level and get paid. But I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
And I value my time higher now. 3 days a week, away game on a Saturday. Like, I'm taking big chunks of my week out.
That's a lot, yeah.
For 150 quid or 200 quid, whatever it is, like, it's like a fraction of a shoot that I can apply myself to. So it's like, it's one of them ones. Maybe in good time, if things become a little bit easier with what we've got going on, it could be something I go back to. But for now, it's not. I miss it.
Yeah.
I play on a Monday, just like on a competitive, like it's like relatively competitive, but like I'm the best player there, and I have a bit of fun. And
that is fun though, isn't it? Like, nothing beats that feeling of like you can have a little chill and just rip
bro, I'll go, and the first 10 minutes I'll sit in the 4 and I'll just I'll clean up. No one's gonna get past. I'm gonna make my first 10 passes, and they're gonna go proper. Yeah, and then everyone's energy just starts to go like that, and then it's like, fucking hell, Chris is ticking now, so like we can't come too close to him, or they come close to me, and then I'll just flip the switch, bro, and just like turn up on these motherfuckers. But I'm not. The standard's like relatively poor, so I don't need to think like I'm some fucking world beater.
I scored a couple goals on the Monday nights.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I scored 2. I've scored 2.
Oh, he's counted.
I have. No, because I've only been 3 times.
Bangers on her.
2 and 3.
No, one was a pen.
Is it?
Yeah, one was a pen. Other
They
one
all
was just
count.
top bin, so I just smashed it. I don't really aim. I just smack the
I feel
ball
like I
as
want
fast
you
as
man to see what I got now.
I actually do, yeah.
I
want to
that.
see it as well.
I feel like I want you man to see what I got. That's why, bro, I came to La Masia to get fit to try to be in a team. And I told my grown bro, I was literally, it was 11, I played my first 90-minute game, 80 minutes, 2 months ago.
That's mad.
From it, bro. And I still wasn't, I was wary going in.
Did that like affect you mentally, like, or
Not
did you not really
really.
show it, or was it just, were you okay with it?
Bro, like, I'm not as involved in football as you guys, innit? Like, I have more important shit than football that's going on. Like, that was just a hobby for me, like something that I enjoyed to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, that being taken away from me is always tough, but it wasn't like the end of the world. Like, I can't play ball.
Yeah.
It was affecting my sex life though, because it was my groin. It was my groin.
Your
bro.
groin, bro.
Yeah.
What was going on then?
Can we get a replay on that, please?
Slow-mo that.
The motions just weren't. I just couldn't.
Yeah. I can see
I know
it,
what
bro.
I mean.
Just got to sit there. Just got to sit there.
It was nice to have a break for a couple of months, but then I was a bit like, I think I'm losing my mojo now. I intensified the rehab, and I was back like I never left, bro.
Bad,
Well, kind of just there in the dark, like the convo back to you guys, and we're ball and everything. What's after ball? What's when you guys retire? Because it's obviously it's not a career that lasts forever.
Well,
Have you even thought that
I
far?
was just gonna say, have you guys even thought about it?
definitely. Like that, this is why I'm like starting new like ventures now. Like I've obviously got my coaching badges as well, which is like always there if I want to do that. But like I say, trading, like you can work, literally I go on my laptop in the morning, you work like an hour, you do whatever, like read the news and stuff, and then you're done. Like that's
Well, bro, Switzy man, bro. I guess from last week, 20 mil at 25, G, and he's like
crazy.
20 mil
Just
just
trading.
from trading. Just from trading.
That's
was
what I
20
mean.
mil.
Like you get like these people get like
profits.
1 million accounts. It's nuts.
it's ridiculous.
And
bro.
his lot,
Obviously, one
his
thing
lot
not to
size
take
was,
away.
his lot size from his trade that we saw the other day was 25. 25,
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
and he had 5 of them running, and he made 147k or something like
153.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he's teaching HS then?
Nah, bro. We didn't really go too much into that type of stuff
Okay.
with him, but they don't really do anything like that with the trading
okay.
anymore.
He said off cam that he had to unassociate from HS on a business level
Okay.
because of some of the stuff that he was doing.
But obviously, one thing to look at and like not take away anything from what he done is he's been doing it for 8 years, bro. Like it's a serious grind. It's the same as if you wanted to be a baller.
Yeah,
it's
no,
the same
you're
as
right.
if you wanted to start a business. Like it's a fucking grind. You know what I mean?
To understand it and to do it at the level that he does it, yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like there's people who like, I don't know what the word
If
is.
you're gonna apply yourself at anything, apply it to something that's gonna make you fucking dough from your phone.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen numbers in that game, and it's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Like it gives me a little bit of like a get up and go. Like
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the learning process, the process of that is nuts.
There's gonna be some hours that have to come with it as well.
Oh,
though.
so many
You need to be
hours,
prepared
bro.
for it. Have you taken an hour yet or not?
Oh, not personally, but I know of friends who have lost,
Yeah.
and it's like, how do they bounce back from that? And you just got to take the hours like it's nothing really. I don't know. You just got to be brave.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think's a sick grind? Like, and it could so easily be applied to you guys. If you started like an Instagram like sports page or like a football page, and you man just like on TikTok and Insta, you guys just posted bare like football videos and posts and like kept everybody up to date with news. I guarantee you, within 6 months, you'd have bare followers.
Yeah. Nah. This is what I'm saying.
But it's true though. And then it's like brand deals. It's like
So in
there's a
LA,
lot of dough in that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
in LA, right? There's like this on Venice Beach. They've got like basketball, massive on the beach, roller skating, skateboarding, the gym. But like football ain't there.
Football's tiny there.
And if
yeah.
you think
There's
about it,
nothing.
football across
Soccer,
the whole
you
world
mean
is
soccer?
massive, and it's only gonna go up in
Soccer,
America.
yeah.
Like soccer, yeah,
You mean soccer?
soccer, dude. Yeah,
Is that what? Hey, so what do you do? Oh, I'm a football player.
they're like, no, you're not.
No, you play soccer.
No football. Soccer, no football.
I feel like there's
Okay,
a pathway there,
soccer.
and it kind of inspired me a little bit.
to go to America.
Like to go to America and like properly push football over there. Like I genuinely believe there's a pathway there.
I
Obviously,
agree, to be fair.
Oh, bro,
Yeah.
Messi
Bro, that
just
could-
fucking gone.
obviously Messi's just gone. He's just gonna take over.
Gonna
but
sign Zak Brown, and then
I'm
he's gonna
talking about
change
like the lower
American
levels,
football.
like
Bro, that could be
amateurs,
your
amateurs.
path, though, bro. That could be your path. Especially if you like traveling, bro, because it's like you go to America, it's like the traveling would be endless there.
Yeah.
What would you say? Oh, by the way, Kitty, you cancel my contract, then I'm going to America to make it the biggest thing. Like,
I'm not
it's
saying
tough though. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
100%. But it's like I said, like for instance, like go back to the if you had like a football page on Instagram or something, that's a grind that you can do from anywhere in the world.
Nah, yeah.
Like you take that to America, I don't know, you got your coaching badges, you go over to America, start coaching, even if it was like fucking football coaching content that you did, bro.
Yeah. No,
That's
you're
some-
right.
Bro, there's endless stuff that you guys can do.
What about you post football, bro? Have you even looked that far?
Not really. Not as much as you have. Definitely
Streaming
not.
Overwatch.
But
The thing is, this guy is so smart. Like we were saying when we was out in America, he's literally like our dad. Like he does everything.
taking care of
he
everything.
cooks like an absolute genius.
What's your best dish?
Oh God.
Pressure.
I don't
lad.
know. Yeah, pressure.
Something basic, but it's good.
I don't know.
What's that courgette one that you do? It's good.
I fuck knows what that's called. It's decent now. I've not done that in a while. Courgette and orzo sort of shit. But I don't know. I do all sorts. I don't really do it all the time. But that's
You'd
not
be a really good
I
tradesman.
I definitely wouldn't say that's a passion of mine. Cooking. I won't do that after football.
No,
dunno.
not to be a chef.
Strike
No,
me.
no.
You give me the tradesman look.
Trades.
Yeah, he'd be a really good tradesman. That's just like off like our friend,
Plumber
like
or
our
some
friendship.
shit.
Huh?
Plumber or some shit.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
into
like an
Like
electrician.
something goes wrong at
go
your
into
house. You see Ted
fucking-
come to the
It's
door
a
with like
trustworthy
face.
his uniform and shit in his bag on. Like you can see it. You can see it.
It's a trustworthy tradesman look.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not really looked that far. I guess I just sort of
Taking
doing-
life one step at a time.
Yeah, like doing it day to day.
You're
Really.
just focused in on getting to the next level. Really.
Yeah, I think that's like we go back to like you were saying earlier with like investing money. I don't know why I don't really look into that. It's not like from a stingy point of view. Like I don't want to be. I'd happily go into that. I just haven't given it that time yet. And I think that's the same as my retirement goals. Like I don't really know what path I want to go in because I've not properly looked into it. Like I've got interests that I was like even in school. Like I loved like the art side of stuff and like academic. Like yeah, I was good at it to an extent, but it didn't really interest me. But like that sort of like art and creative side of it really did. So I think that's something that I'd like sort of pursue, even if I wasn't in football now. I'd pursue that sort of
Could
stuff.
use some artistic minds in the GMS offices.
Yeah.
In a couple of years, man, could be a job waiting for you.
No, football's not going well. Yeah.
I wanna ask you a question, bro, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way.
No, yeah, go for it.
You're a number 2 keeper, right?
Yeah,
What the fuck's that like? Or you're not?
number 3, 4 sort
Oh,
of
shit,
sort of
okay.
situation I'm in at the minute. Yeah.
What's that like, bro? Because like, obviously in an outfield position, I can only put myself in that. There's someone that might be in your position that's doing a little bit better than you, but there's always a bit of squad rotation, whatever. Whereas with a keeper, they're a lot
got
less
one
injury
spot.
prone. Like, the keeper is the first team keeper, and that's it. And then the second keeper might get a run out in the cup games and stuff. Like, how is that for you turning up every day, given what you think is your all, and then having to kind of, do you know what I mean?
It is a good question. It is a good question because I think it's something that a lot of people probably don't look at, and I think, like I was saying earlier, you do get to points where if you're stuck in the same situation, you do like very occasionally think to yourself like, oh, like this is frustrating, like you're getting frustrated with it or whatever. But that's very like occasional. Like you got to be like giving it your 100% like you do all the time. But going back to being like a third or a fourth or whatever, it gets hard sometimes because you're going for that one spot, but if that's already filled, you're sort of like trying to do all you can to get to that level. But if you don't get that opportunity, then you just got to keep on doing what you do. And I think it's different to an outfield player because you can play 2, 3 like different positions.
Yeah, bro.
And
as well, someone's gonna pull up with the hamstring strain, or someone's gonna take a knock.
Yeah.
And all it takes is one opportunity for you to come in, capitalize, make an impression, and then all of a sudden you're in and around the conversation again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't want you to take that the wrong way.
No.
I just want
not at all.
for me to understand, and also, and I think for people that are listening as well, to be like, what is that like, bro? Because you wake up every day to do something that you love, but then you don't actually reap the rewards of you making that save at the end of the game. Or those things that are really like the rewarding parts of the job. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's hard to sort of explain. You're just sort of like waiting for that opportunity, if you like. And I think with goalkeepers, it's very different in a way as well, that you sort of break out when you're like a lot later in your career. So like 25 to even like 30, you're sort of like the average breakout is like that age.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So
when an outfield player is kind of coming towards
an outfield player could break out when they're 18.
Yeah.
But you don't really see that with a keeper. And I think it's very much sort of, there's trust from the manager to play you. There's opportunity because like the number one could be number one for a while, or like they're established, so they're not going to just change it for an 18-year-old keeper. And it's just, I think it's just a completely different position, isn't it? And situation that you're
tough,
in.
bro, yeah.
Would you take a step down for more game time, or does that not?
That's like what you do with like loans, yeah.
Obviously, bro, they've offered you a contract, so they can see something in you.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. I think it's
there's
more like
be
long term sort of stuff.
Yeah,
but it's just being patient with it, to be honest, and just like giving it your all every day as much as you can, and like still enjoying it, which obviously like I definitely am.
Are they conversations that you have behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Like, this is why you're still here. Keep your chin up.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you here for this season to learn this or experience this. But, like, there's a pot of gold at the end of, like, is that what they're saying to you? You're on the right track? What are these conversations that happen, or?
You do have conversations with them, definitely. Like, whether that's them coming to you or you going to them, it's more probably you going to them and then finding out what's going on.
Is them the gaffer?
Yeah,
or?
Yeah. Or like my goalkeeper coach, yeah.
Okay.
And then like you putting across your like voice and like what you wanted to do, and then just hear what they have to say back. And then like my situation this season is very sort of up in the air at the minute because I want to be out on loan, like you said, like a lower level that I know I can play, get more game time, prove myself, get that next contract, and then crack on from there, and then hopefully come back to West Brom, be the number one there. But it's just like being the number 3 keeper. This like current manager wants there to be 3 first-team keepers, and there's 4 of us at the minute, but we don't know what's happening with like 2 of them. Like one of them could be gone, one of them could be getting sold, or like we just don't know what's happening.
Because the gaffer wants backup.
Because he wants backup. He's not letting me. He's not giving me the green light yet.
You might get
to go out
because of that,
and then I might get held back. Yeah, because of that, which happened to me last season. And then, luckily in January I managed to get out. A few steps lower, I was in the same league as you. We didn't play each other though.
How'd you get on?
Did all right. Played. I say did all right. Got relegated.
Oh, shit.
But no, it was good to get the games, and like on a personal level, like it was good. Did very well, improved, and I can use that now. So I've already took that to the gaffer and been like, look, I've done that. You can see I was improving every game. All this, like, I just need to be out on loan. That's the step in my career now. And then it's just like getting the green light from him, finding a club, and then like going there. But I'm sort of like in that awkward sort of in between at the minute, which is, it's difficult because if I don't get out, I'll be here for another till January at least. And then I'm in the last year of my contract, so I've got to be.
I feel like you're like
I've got to do something to prove to them that I'm worthy of no contract. So it's like it's a tough situation, but just gotta.
I think that's
keep doing what you're doing and give it your all.
From an outsider's point of view, that you guys don't get enough props for, because effectively, like you said, you want to go and you want to play and you want to be active. But if the gaffer says, "No, I need you to sit on the bench all season just in case," you got to sit on the bench all season just in case.
It's his final word. Yeah,
that is like,
you can't argue with it.
It's as simple, like, you are part of a working machine, and if you can't get the part replaced, you're just gonna be there, bro. And you just gotta put up with it. So at the end of the day, you turn up every day, you're trying every day. If there's two keepers above you and the first keeper don't get one injury all season, and then the second keeper gets run out, you might not make one appearance all season, and no one even knows that you've been fucking busting your balls all year. And that goes for the squad players that are on the bench every single game, even at the top level, and don't even get a run out.
Yeah,
it's tough, man.
No, this is the advice I'd give to my younger self, or like anyone who's like aspiring to be a footballer, is like play men's football as early as possible. Like,
it's different, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's another level. Like, you don't realise until you do it. Like, dying for that 3 points, man. That 3 points means everything.
Yeah.
And when you get that 3 points, that feeling is.
But to the people that don't know, obviously at academy level, you're just playing other clubs, and it's like pretty much friendlies all the time, right?
Basically is, yeah.
So you don't need that win. You just,
it's all about development.
I got a couple of assists today. I got a couple of assists. I got on the score sheet. But we lost 5-3, but I'm still happy with that.
Yeah.
Whereas
men's football, people's jobs are on the line. Like, they like, you see the care. Like, the people care that much.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think the academy football is like good to an extent. I think if you're young enough and you're playing up, then it's really good for your development. But then you need to get to a certain stage where you're either too good for that level, or you need to get exposed to that men's football, and then it changes completely. Because, like you said, there's people
that hit you as well.
Yeah, there's people fighting for it, like really fighting.
I know you get a lot of stick, bro.
Oh, mate, so much stick.
Oh, what? He was playing at West Brom. Oh, then I'll fucking give him one.
It happens all over the pitch. Even like me going up for a cross, I get battered.
Really?
Like in the lower leagues when the refs aren't as good, like, and they can get away with a few things. Like, you take a few hits to like the face and all sorts of shit. Like, it's nuts. And it's the same as you. Like,
I suppose you boys kind of have targets on your back as well because of your past or where you're still at.
Maybe
people know that.
I think to be fair, I think a lot of players at my level all came from like academy backgrounds.
Oh right, okay.
But it's just like everyone just filters down, I guess, essentially. So yeah,
you get fucking beat up for it.
Yeah,
like it's part and parcel of the game, though, isn't it? Really?
No, I agree. But if I was 18 and I was playing men's football, the player I'd be today would be even better. You know?
Yeah.
No, I agree. You get a lot of experience from it, and I think that's what a lot of managers will look at as well. So it just opens up a lot more doors.
No manager wants you if you've got no experience. Experience is like one of the key things they look at.
Definitely.
Like, oh, he's played 100 games now.
They're going to take someone that's played 100 games.
Oh, he's trusted. He's trusted to play,
and they wouldn't even look at it. They don't even need to look at the player, and they'll be like, "He's played 100 games. He's not. We'll take the 100 games."
Yeah,
like, he knows what it takes.
Yeah,
at this level.
They wouldn't. They could put 0 games, 100 games. The 0 games player could be better.
Yeah,
they wouldn't even look at that. They take
look at the player, and they'll take the experience.
It's like it, bro. It's like you can come out of uni with a fucking degree and everything, and you go for a sales job. Or someone could go in with a bit of charisma and be like, oh, I've been working behind a desk or like at a front of house for whatever. No, I'd speak to people, and I would employ the person that can talk and has life experience, and as opposed to someone that's lived in a library for the last fucking 5 years.
Facts.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, so I think it applies to everything in that sense. I think that's a lovely way for us to round off, boys.
Sounds good.
Been a
man.
pleasure. We've been rolling for about an hour and 15 now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Big poddy, top
Mate,
1%.
This geezer's been sweating all pod, bro.
That is a bit warm.
Mate,
So
I've been
you about halfway
sweating
going a little
buckets,
bit,
mate.
It's a bit warm. But yeah,
Nah,
listen.
pleasure.
Thank you
Nah,
boys
it's
for
been
coming
great,
down
yeah,
and
it's been
giving us
really
the
good.
time. And listen, maybe we'll get the pod back in a couple of years, maybe less.
Yeah.
You boys will
The
be
America
in a bigger
pod or what?
Oh wait,
You
America.
boys will
Oh,
be in a
the
different
America,
position,
yeah.
and hopefully we'll be
Want
as
it.
well.
LA.
That'd be
Get
sick.
the LA poddy.
LA poddy.
Yeah, we've got a
Venice
penthouse poddy
Beach.
pending in Dubai as well. If you might want to come join,
Yeah.
penthouse poddies. Yeah.
We'll be there.
Little
It's, bro,
gathering.
it's what happens when you start rolling with the guys in the top 1%, man.
Yeah, top 1% of podcasts.
Energy.
It's
I
Life's
like it, man.
different now, bro.
Gooms to the world, boy.
Tell him! But yeah, listen, boys, thank you so much, man. We appreciate
thank
you.
you. Pleasure,
Thank you,
boys.
guys.
And yeah, to everyone at home that's watching, thank you so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we post a pod. And yeah,
Catch us later.
see you all next week, baby.
Love. Peace. Thanks, boys.